Hon, what do you think about putting that in the show today?
Absolutely. I really like that. How did you come up with that?
I was just thinking about what's the best way to serve the guys today on the MD and Chef Team show.
Yeah, and I was thinking, what about adding something like this to one of the pillars just to empower, to equip them?
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Oh, and may I say, speaking of beautiful, you look exceptionally gorgeous today, my dear.
Thank you, Deb.
Oh my gosh, I just noticed. I think it's time for the MD and Chef Team show.
Yay! Let's go!
Well, hello and welcome to the MD and Chef Team show. I'm Chef Michael, culinary nutrition expert at Doctor on a Mission, and I'm joined with my beautiful wife, Isabel. She's a medical doctor at Doctor on a Mission. How are you doing today, my dear?
I'm doing great, Beth. Haven't seen you for a long time.
Yeah, almost 2-3 minutes now.
So you're probably going to ask me, what are we doing, right?
Yeah, how are we going to serve the guys today?
Well, the reason we're here is we want you to be wealthy. Now, when we say wealthy, we're actually going by the Middle English definition of wealthy, which is well-being, your well-being in your mind, your physical body, and your spirit. Okay, so that's what we're doing here. That's why we're in your homes today. And I want to talk about mental illness and just give you the big umbrella about our understanding of mental illness. From my personal experience being a suicide survivor, and from the research and the latest science, is that we don't have a mental illness issue. Really, that's like at the bottom of the cliff that we're focusing on. We actually have a brain health issue. And when we think of that, we're looking upstream. It's the brain health issue upstream. When we learn how to take care of the contributors that affect our brain health, then we're not going to have the downstream event of mental illness that we're seeing all over the place. So our whole goal here at Doctor on a Mission is to work upstream with our brain health. Okay, so that's the big picture.
Oh, well said. Good job.
I know that was kind of stretched out, but I kind of, sometimes you just have to go in deeper and explain it bigger. Oh, here, sorry, babe, I don't want that to end up in your eye, and then we've got eye problems during the show. So how are we going to serve the guys
Well,
today?
you are my wife. We've been together 43 years. You can reach over and do things like that and straighten me out. I get it.
Okay.
Thank you for
that. Another 37 more years.
And more to come. Thank you. No expiration date.
No, babe. No expiration.
All righty. So today, the title of the show today is How to Be the CEO of Your Health. And we're really going to get into how to take control of your health yourself and not allow the world to control your health, not allow that situation of health just to say, oh, well, I'm not in control. It's whatever it is, will be. No, let's talk about how you can be the CEO of your health. Now, my beautiful wife, Isabel, has been a frontline doctor for 37 years now?
Actually, I was thinking about that this morning. It's been 32 years now.
32 years?
Yeah, 32.
Wow. Yeah.
33 almost.
33. And you've sat in front of, 500,000 or more people one-on-one, just, seeing what's going on in their lives. So today, a little bit of a different format. I'm going to interview Isabel. It seems weird to call you Isabel.
I know. And I can't call you babe. I got to go Michael, right?
No, you can say
I know. It's so weird.
It is weird. So today, in interviewing you, my dear, first question I have for you is, I want you to elaborate on the strengths of the two different systems of healthcare. And what are those two systems of healthcare as you see it as 30-some years of being a frontline doctor?
Well, we essentially have two types of healthcare right now. Right now, we've got the current healthcare system, and that's the system that's been in place for a long, long time. And there are some strengths and some weaknesses to that. I'll go ahead and start on the strengths. The strengths are, if you've got an acute problem like a broken arm or a heart attack, you're having chest pain or you're short of breath, then the current healthcare system is super good at taking care of it. I wouldn't want to go anywhere else. I wouldn't go to my holistic doctor for chest pain or broken arm because they wouldn't know what to do. They'd be like, I don't know what to do. Go to the emergency department. So that is where the strengths are for the current healthcare system for acute life-threatening situations. The weaknesses are they don't know how to manage. Well, they focus on managing chronic disease. Okay, you take a pill here, you have surgery there, but they don't know how to take care of us and prevent the illnesses that we're experiencing. And my father of medicine, Hippocrates, a long, long time ago, gave us the Hippocratic Oath. And the Hippocratic Oath is, I will prevent disease when possible, because prevention is better than cure. And that's the whole preface of why we're doing Doctoronamission, is help people go upstream and prevent the downstream event. So that's what we're all about, but that's not what the current healthcare system is. Now, there's another type of medicine called functional medicine, alternative medicine, integrative medicine. And we get to the root cause of a problem. We see the body as a whole body, not just a head. And whereas in the healthcare system, the head is just for the neurology department. And in the current healthcare system, the heart is for the cardiology department. And in the current healthcare system, the kidneys are for the nephrology department. No, in functional medicine, we look at you at the whole body. And when you hear us say, we get to the root cause of a disease, well, think of standing on a tack.
Ouch.
Ouch. It's going to take a lot of aspirin for you to take care of that pain, right? Well, why not look at the bottom of your foot and see what's causing the pain, which will be the tack. Pull out the tack. That's getting to the root cause of the disease, so that you can go ahead and dance through your life and enjoy life. That is what I mean when we're saying we get to the root cause of your disease. Okay. So I just wanted to give you that big, big picture. Now, the weakness of the new medicine, of functional medicine, is it's not funded by a lot of insurance companies. Here in New Zealand, where we're practicing, it's not funded, and in America and around the world. So people have to decide, are you going to pay for it now, or are you going to pay for it later? And we always encourage people to pay for it now upstream, because the downstream event is ugly. And I've been in front of people, and there's just such unnecessary illness that we don't have to be experiencing.
This is such an important discussion, because every one of us as individuals, when we're thinking about, okay, I'm going to consult a medical professional, a healthcare professional, first we have to identify, well, what's actually the goal here? Now, as you said, yeah, if I'm at home and somewhere I'm doing something and I have an accident and I lacerate my arm and I need it bandaged up, I'm not going to go to the physiotherapist and say, hey, I'm bleeding out here. I need a whole bunch of stitches. Can you take care of me? Well, we realize
they don't know what to do.
We realize, well, that's kind of stupid thinking, but we know that where we have to go for that is the acute situation. And I love that you say, well, that healthcare is set up around that acute situation.
Right.
But if I've got some issues going on, healthcare issues that are long-term things that I want to get taken care of, or if I'm looking to set myself up to live a long, happy, vibrant life, which we teach about at Doctoronamission, or if maybe I've got arthritis or a couple things going on, then is that going to get solved in a 10 to 15 minute consultation? Well, we have to realize, no, that's not going to get solved. Yes, we can put a Band-Aid on it and we can kind of hide it and maybe take some temporary pain away. But long term, we have to look at, okay, what's the goal? What am I trying to achieve here? And then look at the two different systems and decide, all right, for this, I need to go over here. For this, I need to go over here. As you said, they both have strengths and they both have weaknesses, but it's up to us as the CEO of our health to decide, okay, what am I trying to achieve here? Now, which way am I going to go with one of these systems?
Right. You got it. That's a good wrap
Do
up.
you agree?
That's a good wrap
Ooh,
up.
I'm glad I got that right. Well, I got that right myself. All right, so now question number 2, my dear, I want to ask you is, what does becoming the CEO of your health, what's that actually mean?
Well, let's just look at the word CEO. CEO means the boss of your business, the boss of the business. Well, I encourage you to become the boss of the biggest business you could ever have that you own, that so many of us take it for granted, and that is the business of your health. And I can't share with you how important this is, because I have been with my eyes and my heart there when people don't take care of their number one asset, which is their health. And it breaks my heart. My heart is broken for people that don't do that. So that's why it's so important to take control and be the boss of your brain. Because if you don't, here's the coming attraction.
Oh, coming attractions.
I'm sorry, but I just, I'm straight up.
What can happen?
Here's the coming attraction. If you don't take care of your health and be the boss of your health, then let's look at anxiety and depression. I'm a suicide survivor. As a doctor in medicine, I became anxious and depressed. I wasn't the boss of my health. And so I was thrown in, told you're going to be on this antidepressant and this sleeping tablet for the rest of your life. And I was like, okay, I'll do it now. But I know deep down inside there's a better way. And I had to learn how to be the CEO of my health. If I didn't, guess what? I would still be on the antidepressant and the sleeping tablet. And you know what? Long term, those things are not good for you. They can actually lead you to have Alzheimer's. Alzheimer's? Who's got time for that? I don't. That's not the way I'm going to be living my life. So I had to become the CEO of my health. You can become the CEO of your health, but you got to decide which healthcare system are you going to allow to be in control of your health? The new healthcare system or the healthcare system that's present, because they know how to manage your healthcare. Now, I just want to let you know, this is a disclaimer. I do believe in sleeping tablets, okay? I do believe in antidepressants, but not long term. So, guess what time it is?
That's a great point you were bringing up there, hon, about being the CEO of your health and what can happen long term. However, no, we do have to take a short break. But please keep in mind, we'd love to have you join us at the Healthy Brain Club at Doctoronamission.com. Stay tuned. We'll be right back after these messages.
Attention, gentlemen of distinction. Introducing NGBN.TV, the television network designed exclusively for men in their 40s, 50s, and 60s. Your go-to destination for entertainment that speaks to you, inspires you, and celebrates the incredible journey of manhood. And here's the exciting news. NGBN.TV is coming to Roku, Apple TV, Amazon, and your favorite mobile devices. Whether you're a sports enthusiast, seeking self-improvement, or just looking for a good laugh, NGBN.TV has got you covered. Entertainment, inspiration, brotherhood. Coming soon to Roku, Apple TV, Amazon, and mobile devices. NGBN.TV, where men thrive.
Welcome back, you healthy brain enthusiasts, to the MD and Chef Team show from Doctoronamission.
Now, right before the break, hon, you had a really great point about people becoming the CEO of your health and what that means. But it had me thinking about, unfortunately, would you agree that, having seen over 500,000 people in front of you,
Mm.
what really happens at that point is it's kind of downstream.
Mhm.
Things have happened to them.
Oh, yeah.
And maybe they haven't been the CEO of their health, and a lot has happened. Hasn't been prevented, and now we're way down here at the other end. And you find it's kind of like, oh, I mean, this is the difficult part.
It breaks my heart. It just
Yeah.
breaks my heart. It's unnecessary.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's why this topic is so important for us all to realize. Prevention is the number one key, but it's really up to us to step forward for ourselves to make that happen.
Mm-hmm. Our choice.
It is our choice.
And for me, I had to make the choice because I knew what was coming.
Yeah.
So, do you have more questions for me?
Yes, in interviewing you today, I have more questions for you, Dr. Isabel.
Okay. Okay, babe.
The interviewee gets called babe.
Well, it's just so weird. When I call you Michael, that means I'm mad at you.
I know.
You're in trouble.
I'm in trouble. All right.
Okay, back to the show.
Don't mind us. We just happen to be together a lot. Okay, question number 3. You talk about having healthcare in your home. What does the future of healthcare in your home look like?
I love this question. Well, first of all, it's crazy for us to think that healthcare begins in a doctor's office. No. Healthcare does not begin in the doctor's office. Here's the deal. Healthcare begins in the home. Yeah, because you know what? When you've got somebody in the home as the health leader, you're infecting everybody else in the home. Do you get it? Do you see the picture? Like the mother, the father. If you're the healthcare leader in the home, then you're going to infect your kids, your dogs, your cats. They're going to be eating good too. And everybody's going to be healthy. So healthcare does not begin in the home.
It does begin in
the home. Yeah. Healthcare does begin in the home, not in the doctor's office. And the future of healthcare is aligning yourself with the best of both worlds. So you've got a doctor, a medical practitioner, doing conventional medicine, aligned with an integrative, a functional medicine doctor. And because we can bring that whole team, you want to surround yourself with that team because that team is going to help you be your best. And, for instance, the medical system is great at giving us antibiotics. I write out scripts for antibiotics for patients because there's a place for it, okay? Mm-hmm. But there's also a place for probiotics. And the current healthcare system doesn't, in medicine, we're not taught how to prescribe probiotics. And in a recent study in the American Journal of Gastroenterologists, including greater than 3,000 patients, concluded that using probiotics to prevent antibiotic therapy side effects is an effective therapy. Okay, well, that's an integrative medical doctor that would understand how much. So here's how much of a probiotic you should be taking while you're on antibiotics and afterwards. So when you're looking for a probiotic, you want to have something that has a mixture of these 2 bacteria, lactobacillus. It's okay, lactobacillus. So you'll see the long word, lactobacillus. And then there's bifidobacterium, and lactobacillus. And you want 20 billion of those living in one capsule. And you want to be taking that per day. And it may be 20 billion in 2 capsules, but the point is you want 20 billion of those. Okay, so I just wanted to give you that little side pocket tool.
Yeah, nice tool.
Now, most doctors aren't educated in the beneficial effects of that, but I am, and that's why I'm giving you that information. So you want to have both of those together. Now, about the home, I want to bring this in about the home. So in the home, here's what you can do. Have your kids, if you've got kids, or have you and your husband, or you and your wife, or you and your partner have a meal together. And the research shows for children, because, kids are not well either. The research shows that kids who have regular meals with their parents just once a day get better grades, 42% less likely to drink alcohol, 50% less likely to smoke, and regular meals decreases the risk of bulimia, anorexia, and childhood obesity. Our kids are getting fatter and fatter, and that is not good for them. We're having 10-year-olds having type 2 diabetes, which used to be an adult issue. Now our kids are having that. Don't do that. Have one meal with your kids. We used to do that when our kids were at home, and we'd say, no cell phones. No cell phones.
No cell phones at the table.
Yeah, because it's a time now where we can pour into the kids and give them love and laughter and joy and fill their hearts with love and food. That's the kind of food you give. Another thing that we can do in the home is families can cook together. Families can grow gardens together. And we've seen people grow gardens in their kitchen. So those are some of the things that we can do.
Yeah. And I know for Isabel and I, we make a point, we have every meal together. That's just the way we are. We have every meal together. But,
much. Unless you're playing golf.
Yeah. I get to do that.
Yeah, you do. You got to be with your guys.
Yeah. But here's the thing, and what we've found with that, those are all great points. But, as you said, the kids, a lot of times they're disjointed from the family because the family is not actually spending any time together. Think of this as an amazing opportunity to sit down and listen, especially as parents, for us to actually listen and hear what's going on in their lives. And a lot of times, they don't want to speak about it. But once you create this habit, then as they get used to it, they'll be like, okay, well, this is just what we do. I know at times, at the beginning, it was like, oh, we're going to sit down all together and eat, I got nothing to say. But then it starts to open up eventually over time because everybody realizes this is a time we get to sit and open up and listen and talk.
This is important.
And even if you don't have kids, if it's you and your partner, you and your husband, you and your wife, the two of you, what we suggest is put a candle on your table. Just create a lovely mood, create a romantic mood.
Even for breakfast.
Even for breakfast. Just put a candle on the table, light a candle, set the table, sit and enjoy the meal, and listen to each other. Great way to strengthen that relationship. And the family relationship, a couple relationship, is a great time to be able to do that, because we all know food is a way to the heart. It is a great time to sit and enjoy and just, open it up. And the benefits long-term, as Isabel gave some of those stats, the benefits long-term are amazing. The research is out there to show, especially with kids, how much they benefit from that family time together, and they become less disjointed from the family and also from society.
I know.
These little things like that make a massive difference.
It really does. And if you think about it, the kids decreasing the obesity rate. If the kids aren't sitting at the dinner table being fed, their hearts aren't being fed by you, which I believe that's why the obesity rate decreases when families have one meal per day with their kids. The kids their hearts are being fed, the hungry heart is being fed. So instead of food feeding it, your love is feeding it. And that's, my gosh, our kids need to be encouraged and loved unconditionally, even if they mess up. I know our kids were a mess, but that's okay. We still loved them. Now they're...
Are they listening?
That's okay. They can take it. Because if we don't have a meal with our kids, guess what? They're going to be sitting in front of the TV. And do we really want our kids being grown up, raised by the TV? No.
Only if it's on the NGB network.
Only if it's the NGB network. Yeah.
Exactly. All right, hon. Well, I have another question for you. Are you
Well,
ready?
why don't you give me the question and then we're going to bump out.
All right. Are you ready for question number 4?
Yes.
Okay. Well, we went through a lot today about becoming the CEO of your health. But where do I start? What do I do? How do I take control?
Great
What
question.
happens?
Great question.
So I do want to say that one of the best things you can do is you can join us in the Healthy Brain Club here at Doctoronamission.com. We'd love to have you aboard. It's Isabel and I in a monthly training. We coach and it's a community that's helping people to do great things. So we'd love to have you at the Healthy Brain Club at Doctoronamission.com. Now, right now, we do have to take a short break. So after the break, come on back because we're going to have today's big take home. We'll see you soon.
Attention, gentlemen of distinction. Introducing NGBN.TV, the television network designed exclusively for men in their 40s, 50s, and 60s. Your go-to destination for entertainment that speaks to you, inspires you, and celebrates the incredible journey of manhood. And here's the exciting news. NGBN.TV is coming to Roku, Apple TV, Amazon, and your favorite mobile devices. Whether you're a sports enthusiast, seeking self-improvement, or just looking for a good laugh, NGBN.TV has got you covered. Entertainment, inspiration, brotherhood. Coming soon to Roku, Apple TV, Amazon, and mobile devices. NGBN.TV, where men thrive.
Had a healthy brain snack while you were away because I was watching. So it's time to buckle in and continue on with the MD and Chef Team show. Let's go.
All right.
Go back into question
Okay,
number
so
4.
question 4. Yes. Let's continue that. We got just a couple minutes left. So for today's big take home, what do they do? How do I get started?
Well, number 1 is first understand that we don't have a mental illness issue. That's down here, okay? We've got a brain health issue. That's upstream. Let's take good control of our brain health by looking at all the contributors that affect our brain health, your brain health, everybody's brain health. So, you know what? When we learn how to take good care of them and help support them, then we're going to have mental calmness so that when life goes boom, which it does, right?
Yeah.
You don't fall down flat like a dog, with its legs up. No, you're like a palm tree in the wind, in the hurricane. You bend, but you don't break, okay? So that's the key. And embrace the reality, the optimal health can happen, but you've got to make the decision to take control of your health, because if you don't, guess who's going to be taking good control of your healthcare? The current healthcare system, and they know how to manage disease. We don't have a healthcare system. We've got disease management. Your choice, disease management or prevention. It's up to you. And join us at the Healthy Brain Club. Come on in. It's a monthly mentorship program where we teach you, coach you, and it's a lot of fun. Healthy Brain Club, just look at the little banner down below.
Fun with you?
Yeah,
You have fun?
Yeah, a little bit. Just a little bit of fun. So the big take home is become the CEO of your health. Please become the CEO of your health. Did I say please? Please, because if you don't, it can be pretty ugly. And 95% of what we're seeing out there, chronic disease, doesn't have to happen. So we leave you with this. You were born to be a blessing in this world. Please always remember that. And remain unstoppable.
Bye, everyone. Peace on earth.
Mwah! Love ya.
See you next time.